Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Renzo here. Okay. Let's see some comments here. Hello Rob. Hello Brian. Hello Jeremy. Hello Jonas. Rob starts saying, "Let's go Renzo, let's go." Jeremy is saying Renzo's gonna do a killer painting. Okay. Hello Juice. Jeremy, another comment. Renzo's hitting the heavy bag, getting ready for his painting session. Okay. Okay, people are inspired here. Oh, another comment. Renzo is fashionably late as always, building anticipation for the hell he's about to unleash on the canvas. Okay, you're already inspired, Jeremy. Hello, Manuel. Hello, Jean Ewin. Hello, Luke, Big, Elisa. Okay, I'm gonna start painting. Okay, here are the colors I have: titanium white, chrome yellow, cadmium yellow, cadmium orange, cadmium red, permanent alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, raw umber, and ivory black. Since I have, let's say, more things to paint, it's not gonna be just the face, just the hand. I'm not gonna start with the previous drawing because that's gonna take me more time. First, I'm gonna start blocking just values. Okay, I'm using a little bit of linseed oil and raw umber, a touch of alizarin crimson. Okay, now I'm squinting down my eyes and I'm going to just paint the darker areas. Okay, let's say I see here something dark. I'm gonna place the hand here, I'm gonna place the head over here, the head, hair, and the hand. Okay, dark. Where is dark? I'm keeping my eyes squinted and trying to just copy values, just one color. Okay, I got the image to my left, same size as my canvas. Okay, here's gonna be my space for mixing the colors. Yeah, that's okay. I'm squinting down my eyes and continue just comparing, moving my eyes, from the photograph to the canvas. Okay. Hello, Sylvia. Oh, somebody asked how many painters are here. He's saying, John is saying, I'm a painter too. Oh, okay. I use some curry. Here's he put his Instagram. Okay, it's nice. Hello, Gregory. Hello, Frank. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna pick up a different brush and let's see the colors. It's just like a basically brown here, a variation of light to dark brown. And this is different. And I should move my canvas. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix just black and white, touch of blue. Put some color here. not too much paint at the beginning. You know, I need to light up all this area. Here we see the light. It's a cool light here, and some warm light here. Now I could make this light up on the top of the head kind of warm. Let's see. Okay, I got this. I need a different blue. I'm gonna add some cerulean blue. Okay. Okay, here's the brand I use, Winton. Winton from Winsor & Newton. Okay. Okay. Hello, Adriana. Oh wow, the super chat. Wow, thank you so much. Wow, thank you so much, Rose D Wire, D Wheel. Sorry if I'm pronouncing wrong. Okay. Wow, too early for a super chat. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Yeah. You know, like just like everybody, I love money. Okay, I'm mixing cerulean blue, cobalt blue, and white, and a little bit of linseed oil. Okay, I see kind of, you know, it's not like a pure bluish color. I'm gonna add a touch of chrome yellow. Okay, with this I'm establishing all the colors on my canvas. Okay, the best always is to start with a drawing, and I mean, I usually start with a drawing with charcoal. Like I said, now if I start with drawing, I'm just gonna spend more time, and I usually spend like 3 hours painting. And because of the hand, you know, the hand definitely is difficult. And one of the difficult things about the hand is the size of the hand. I could get the hand maybe close to be okay, but if I paint the hand bigger in relationship to the face, I'm gonna have a problem there. Okay, let's see. I'm comparing shapes. Okay, I see here this. Always simplification. That works for me pretty good. Okay. Always trying to simplify. Here, for example, all this mass of this dark color. Again, here, kind of a triangular shape. Okay, and obviously this is it's a rectangle. Okay, I'm gonna use some white here. Let's put a lot of white. If somebody loves to paint with like a thicker paint, that's pretty good. But I just could suggest to anyone to try to start light on paint, and as soon as you're sure that everything is okay, everything is in place, then you can go thicker. Okay. Hello, Adriana, 19 years old, saying it's been 2 years since I started art seriously again, and I'm focusing on painting portraits. So I want to thank you for all these videos. They are helping me a lot for university. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah, the feeling that, you know, feeling that helping people, this feeling is pretty good. Yeah. Definitely. Hello, Rose. This is something I want to learn as well. I'm a beginner and I'm amazed at this process. Okay, hello Nico. Okay, hello Swapnil. Hello Exploring History. Hello Fatih. Hello Marwa Bas. Okay. Now, I block this. I'm gonna start adding skin color, which you all know that the same. I'm trying to simplify skin color as much as possible, and what I could use is orange. Okay, and I'm knocking down orange. I can use blue, raw umber, or black. It's up to anyone to use any color. Okay, let's say that I'm gonna use raw umber. Now, you see this? It could be more yellowish, reddish. It's up to you. Okay. Let's see. And when we paint at a prima, something that we gotta be aware is that, like 100% of the times, we're not gonna be really accurate with colors. We need first to get all this painted, and then we start a process of adjustment, values adjustment, and color adjustments. Okay, but that's gonna be just during the process. At the very beginning, you can spend like a lot of time mixing colors. That's okay. That's pretty good. But for alla prima, for one session, that's gonna take a lot. Okay, let's see. Starting with something dark, that makes it easier to judge the other colors, values. Okay. Now let's see. I painted with this color here. I'm gonna paint the hand, and what I'm thinking is mixing two colors. Okay, for the skin color, this light, and I'm gonna mix here another one that's gonna be a little bit darker. One finger, the other finger, the other finger, the other finger, and this portion. Okay, simplification again. What I have is basically, look at that, brush stroke, pretty straight fingers. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix a darker color, orange, raw umber, and white. Now this color too yellowish, too reddish, too knocked down. I think for me it's working, and at some point, I'm gonna add some reddish colors on the face, and that's gonna change the skin color a little bit. Okay, shadow here, shadow here, shadow here. Okay, I need to step back. I'm squinting down my eyes. I'm moving my eyes, left to right, really fast, comparing a lot. I see kind of a mistake on I think the face is tilted a little bit different. My face is kind of like this, and it should be more like this. Okay, that's one thing. The size of the hand, okay, looks like I have to make it smaller. Yeah. Okay, what else? Okay, I need to light up all this area. I'm mixing a little bit of cerulean blue and yellow chrome. It's chrome yellow hue. Okay. Okay. Now again, I'm squinting down my eyes, and I think something is wrong with this shape. Okay. Size of the hand. This has to be a little bit darker. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Just thinking, okay? Okay, I'm gonna use a soft brush. I'm gonna blend a little bit the face. Okay. Hello, Cisarte. Hello, Soraya. Hello, Joel. Okay. Okay. Let's blend the face. Just a little bit, because I don't have too much details here. Feel free to ask me any question. Okay. I usually I try to read all the questions, all the comments. Okay. I'm going to use smaller brush, tiny brush, brush number 0, a liner brush. Mixing raw umber and alizarin crimson. And okay, I need to zoom in my image to see some details. Okay, as always, I work a little bit on a specific area in the face, just a little bit. For example, that's gonna be enough for this eye, and then I move to this eye. Okay. Okay, now the nose. Now this is what it takes when you start basically with shapes. My initial drawing was just shapes, and now I go with a more like a linear drawing, using lines, and I'm using this brush as a pencil. Okay, I'm painting and comparing with the photograph I have to my left. It's kind of easy to place the eyes, the nose, and the mouth when you compare with the image, and when you have the image pretty close. I can do this. Sometimes I do this. I put, the brush, and see if my photograph and the painting are aligned, you know, to this horizontal axis. Okay. Yeah, looks like everything is okay. Okay, now let's see the hand. Now here I need to measure, okay, because that's gonna be kind of difficult to get the size. And if I do it by eye, I'm gonna be just here moving and moving. Yes, okay. Let's say that's here. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's see. I'm going to lighter color. Now I need to step back and compare. I think the width here is not okay. I see too much of the face. I need to add more hair here, or narrow this side. Okay, gonna see. It's too early. I kind of, you know, I go and mention to myself some probable mistakes that I see. I don't correct anything right away. I mean, if I see something is pretty off, definitely I will correct it. But now, there is no reason for me to, if I see that something is wrong, go directly fix it. I have to kind of paint a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Now, right now I see a mistake here, for example. I'm not going back in there, okay? I'm moving. Eyes, nose, mouth, the chin, the hand, okay? And I'll be back, you know, up, and then I'll continue that order. Okay, I was working on the hand. I continue on the hand. Just 1 second. Okay. Let's see. Now, my intention is, you know, get the fingers. I see the fingers, and at the same time I see the space between the fingers. Okay, because think about this. If I copy the space between the fingers, I'm gonna be copying the fingers. Okay. Okay. We used to do this all the time, working with negative spaces, negative and positive spaces. Okay. There. That was all. It's been always for everybody, I think, drawing, painting, hands and feet. You know, when I was a student, I used to kind of hide, you know, the hands or the feet, because, like everything, you know, when we start to do something, we start making mistakes, and but it's like it's okay. You make a mistake once, twice, 3, 4 times. At some point, you don't like making mistakes. You don't like, you know, you don't like that. You don't like the teacher just getting there and just critiquing you all the time. And some paintings I hide, you know, I didn't paint the hands or feet, or the feet. Okay, and eventually, you know, I started to push myself to paint, you know, anything. It doesn't matter if it was difficult. That was the only way to get better, to improve. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Even here, that I'm painting this face and I don't see too much details because there's a lot of hair. We gotta think about the lights on the face, and if you've been seeing my videos, you all been seeing some of my videos. I mean, all of them. I think I go over the same things, you know, because for example, I'm gonna add a highlight here. In this case, it's not too bright. Okay, and that usually those lights are in the same spots all the time. Okay. Now, as a practice, I recommend you all to go over this when you're painting a portrait, but do it without paying attention to the photograph. Okay, for example, this area, there's a light that goes like that. Okay, this light keeps here and kind of vanish as it goes down to the corner of the mouth. Okay, that creates the illusion that the mouth is coming forward. Now, repeat that, you know, on your head, because that's part of the knowledge that you need to see more. More knowledge you have about painting a portrait, about those details, you're gonna be able to see more. Okay, here, light here. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I need to blend a little bit. Let's see some comments. Okay, hello Maggie. Sylvie is asking me, do you use always Winsor & Newton colors? Yeah, I mean, Winsor & Newton are the professionals grade. I use Winton. It's from Winsor & Newton, but the student grade. Yeah, that's. I have used different brands. Well, I don't know. I used to use a brand that was a Peruvian brand. It was amazing for me. It was pretty good. But, you know, 30 years ago, I think, you know, that makes a lot of difference. Maybe if I compare those oil paints now with this Winton, maybe this Winton could be better or not. Who knows? It's been a lot of time. It's been a lot of time. Hello, Monique. Hello, Jana Dragus. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put some hair. Okay, let's see. I think I got proportion of the face okay. You know, yeah. The drawing, I gotta say, that's kind of close. Okay, now the size of the hand. kind of okay, I think. Okay, what else? The chest here. Okay, this area is pretty dark. Looks like almost black. Now the light here looks just white. White, I mean it's a cool light, but at the same time I see some kind of orangey light here. Now, okay, let's see if I exaggerate a little bit of the color. This warm color here. Okay, stepping back. Okay, just thinking, okay. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna put more of this orange here. I need to see if this is gonna work. Okay. Now this is white, eh? What if I make it warmer? Okay, let's see. Oh no, I'm not so sure yet. I'm gonna put just pure white. Okay. Yeah. I'm just thinking right now about color, okay? I'm thinking about keeping this pretty orangey, keeping this a little bit yellowish, or just with a lot of white. Okay, let me think. Okay, now another thing that I can do, I was just squinting down my eyes and thinking, let's exaggerate this a little bit more. Okay, that's too much yellow. Okay, that was too green, too greenish. It's too light. Anyway. Okay, let's see. I think. Okay. Now let's go to the skin color. Let's go to paint the skin color. Let's go back to paint the skin color. And add a little bit of reddish color here. Pinky. Okay. Okay, what about here? Oh my god, I forgot to use this. When I put my hand, my camera kind of focus my hand and kind of blurry the painting. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. I see a little bit of orange here. Let's put some orange. Okay, let's see the comments. Thank you, Monique. Hello, Tonyo. Hello, exploring history stream. Right, so you don't leave hairs for the end of the painting. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just. But right now, I want to establish color. I want to get closer to the photograph, obviously, and at the same time, see if I can exaggerate the colors a little bit, kind of saturate the image a little bit, and see if it is working. For example, this pinky color here obviously is not on the photograph, but I like it. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. Now, what about this? It could be just the same of the photograph, or we always try to add something. This, how do you say, artistic thing, something that makes the painting a little bit better. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. Hello, Ludmila. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Linda. Hello, Prakash. Okay. Basically, remember what I do is not like I am creating a new color harmony. No, I'm spending my time just exaggerating what I see on the photograph. Simple as that. Okay, and see if I can make it work. Because it's not just because I use this information that was already in the photograph that I'm gonna get away with this easily. But obviously, if I try to create a different harmony, I can make it work. Like for example, here instead of white, yellow, a light yellow, that's gonna be like the sun hitting there. That would be pretty nice too. Yeah, I think it could be pretty nice. Yeah, but I love the photograph. I just love the photograph. I wanna add something, just tiny thing. Basically, I wanna copy the photograph. This brush is not so good. You see the brush strokes. I need a softer brush. This one is pretty nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello, Mustafa. Okay, hello, Stephanie. Artistic license. Yeah, that's right. Rob Sasu saying getting close to 100 live. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. I need some paper towel. Okay. I'm gonna work on the face. This area is gonna take me, I think, more time, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be here. It's gonna take me a lot of back and forth trying to get this color here, trying to represent the light. Remember, always try to keep soft edges. Okay, let's continue my eyes. I always try, at the same time I'm trying to, get the colors and try to get a nice harmony. The thing that's gonna be always more important than anything, that's gonna be value control, okay? And that's why we keep squinting down our eyes. That's the only way to try to see the value differences between lights and shadows. It's like I don't know what, maybe 60% of the effort that I'm putting here is about value control. I mean, obviously I have to draw, check out proportions and all of that, check out color, but okay, I'm trying to get this shadow here. Okay, it's not too dark, you know, but it's darker than the rest of the face. At the same time, I'm squinting down my eyes and trying to see where's the lightest light on the face. Now, following the logic of the light is coming from here. Okay, that means that all this area basically is in shadow. Yeah, well, we see light obviously because there is an ambient light, and at the same time, if this color here is kind of green, blue, or whatever it is, we're gonna need that color here on the skin. And why? Because I mean, light bounces everywhere. Okay, how much of that color do you add? Now, if you skip on that, I can just make the skin color more orangey or reddish, and if I like it, I continue doing. But I could be breaking the rule about what's happening with light, with ambient light. Okay, and if I wanna follow that rule as much as possible, I would picking up this color. I should use this color and put it, for example, here, and mix it with the skin color. Okay. Now that's definitely is knocking down my skin color, but that's what's happening in reality, because light bounces, and that's happening. That's how light affects all the colors. Okay, and by doing that, I compare with the photograph, and I think I'm getting closer with the color, you know, to the photograph. Okay, a little bit closer, let's say. No, but it took me to knocking down this. Okay, how much of that you wanna do? Yeah, it's up to anyone, you know. Rules are out there about color theory, but it's up to anyone just to, you know, follow them. For me, on my painting, I feel more, you know, I feel like my painting is better if I add this pinky color here. I think that makes my painting a little bit more colorful. Okay, I like it that better. I like it this kind of reddish accent here, which is gonna be kind of the same on the fingers. Okay, it has to be that color here. No, now that I explained about what's happening with the ambient light and how light bounces, if this light here is white, that means we're seeing a cool light. Okay, that means that's the skylight, mostly the skylight. It's not the sunlight, because the sunlight is yellowish. Okay, but we see here a little bit of orange. That could be something different that's creating this orangey light on the photograph. What it is, I don't know. Maybe the photograph was retouched, and yeah, a lot of things could happen when we see a photograph. Okay, let's see. Exploring history, saying painting from very old photograph where the face is not very clear. Same technique or any suggestion? I'm trying to paint the profile picture in my YouTube ID. Any suggestions? Jesse is asking me. Oh, Sylvia is asking me which color is in the background. Ultramarine blue and yellow. It's more like a cerulean blue and yellow. Well, about your question, exploring history. I mean, okay. Sometimes, I mean, it depends, you know. Yesterday we were painting on my class from a kind of blurry. You know, it wasn't completely like a high definition photograph. You know, and one person asked me, okay, that's in purpose? No, I said, no, you know, I just found the photograph that's pretty nice. And I told them we can just get away with that. We don't need like a lot of details. You know, if you check out paintings, uh, we basically kind of soften edges a lot, soften details a lot. Okay, but one thing, for example, if somebody asks me for a painting and like a commission, in that case I need a really good photograph, because I need the photograph is the only thing that is giving you information. And we need information, visual information. Okay, it's just like somebody just giving you like a text, a book, where there are some missing letters. All the text is kind of blurry, and somebody asks you to kind of translate that. You say, hey, wait, I don't have a lot of information here. That's what happens with painting. Sometimes I got some commissions, like I got an old photograph. Hey, you paint and you add, what you think is missing. But what is missing? How do you know what is missing? Knowing about anatomy, knowing about portraits, definitely, let's say that you gain the knowledge to fill the gaps, all those, blank spaces. Yeah? But it's not the same. We can make mistakes. Yep. And I remember once I painted, somebody asked me for a commission, and somebody told me, hey, I got this photograph. It's pretty old, it's kind of blurry. And I say, hey, I can paint it just like that. But paint some details. I said, what details? I don't see details. How am I gonna just imagine that? Those details? I can do it, but that means I'm gonna imagine anyone. And definitely, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna make some mistakes, and I'm gonna paint a different person because I don't have information. How do you paint something without information? At the end, I ended up painting that the same as the photograph. Kind of blurry. My painting was blurry. And that was pretty good. I mean, I didn't care about that. That was blurry. Even that, if I think about the painting as an exercise, that was a pretty good exercise. Okay. But at the same time, I had to put a lot of information, a lot of experience, trying to add some values, some shadows, exaggerate values, exaggerate shadows. Okay, let's rate the comments. Are you using oil paint? Yes. Hello, Dita. Some blue green and the tree. Yep. Hello, Gary George from Southern California. Hello, Jana from Germany. Hello, Mari Gondoy from Bolivia. Okay. I got an advice from, I don't remember, what was my uncle? My uncle, he was a portrait painter too. It was my mom. You know, my mom, my dad, one uncle, and not an aunt. So all of them used to paint portraits, and old portraits. And yeah, I don't remember who told me once, like, don't take any commission if the photograph is not good enough. Yeah, but you know what? When you need some commissions, you don't think about that. You just basically just get the commission and paint. By the way, I'm so bad painting commissions. It's just I'm never so sure if I'm doing good or not. It's pretty different from being here painting this. You know, uh, if I get the likeness, it's pretty good. But I don't feel the pressure like when somebody asks you for a commission. My pressure here is about time, about be able to try to finish up as much as possible in 3 hours. If the painting is not okay, I don't think you're going to, burn me, burned me down, or judge me. Yeah, you all are pretty nice people. Okay. Michelle Gask is asking, what's the brand of your white and golden brushes? I got this here. I got a package here. Okay. I don't know if you can get these brushes on any store. Maybe, yeah. What's the brand of this? Oh, it says Corona. But this is Chinese brushes. Pretty. This set is was what, like $2. Yeah. This is 00. Pretty nice. Pretty good. I mean, but don't expect that much for those brushes. I mean, these brushes are not gonna last like for a month. But it depends how much each person paints, how often. For me, it doesn't matter how, if I'm very careful, washing the brushes, and they're gonna end up just like this one, and you can see it, maybe in a month. I'm adding a little bit of yellow here, this color. Just I want to make this. I want to make this light glow a little bit. And every time that we add a little bit of yellow to any white, we make that highlight or light glow. Okay, if I add even more yellow, look at this yellow here, and I put it here, it's gonna glow even more. But that's what I want. No, I don't want that on the nose right now. But anyway. What I do is I just blend and mix the color here. When you want a color that just stay the same as you mix it on the palette, you just gotta lay down the brush stroke and don't move it. As soon as you move the brush stroke, you're mixing basically the color here, because all the painting is wet. Okay, I used to do that all the time. Mix it here. Did you hear? Do you hear a man kind of, selling something? Do you hear noise? I just wanted to know. There's a guy just selling fruit on the street. He was using his what's the name of this speaker? To be sure everybody hears, everybody in the neighborhood could hear him, selling fruit. It's pretty nice that, you can just go out and buy fresh fruit. Hello, Mike. Thank you. Sylvie is asking me, where do you find this picture? I usually find a lot of pictures on Pinterest. Yeah. Yeah, you hear him, Maggie? He was selling fruit. He was saying something like watermelons, apples, oranges. And that's pretty nice. And you will hear some sounds. That's my neighbor. Okay. You hear kid voices. That's my neighbor, grandsons. And you hear some cars. That's my car's neighbor. My neighbor's car. Hello, Ernest. Already your rendering is better than the photo. Okay. Thank you. Okay. For the people that, there are people from different parts of the world, and that's pretty nice. I want to tell you a little bit about my city, Lima. I live in Peru, South America. This is a city on the coast. That means there's a lot of, humidity here. When you see the news in the morning, it says something like, we are like 95% of humidity. Like you feel like you're breathing water. Okay, let me see, stepping back, comparing. Yeah. Use a mirror, or every time you paint, use a mirror, okay? What I could do at some point, I'm going to capture my screen and I'm going to use Photoshop to reverse the image. I'm going to see if I can show you. Okay, let's see, I think I need to reduce the forehead. Not. Oh, I think it's okay. Okay, hello universe. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm using raw umber, black, and alizarin crimson. Can you see it's pretty dark? Black, alizarin crimson, and raw umber. let's see. Universe is asking, is there a difference about painting on paper or canvas? On paper, I have problems to paint very good. The paint is not working. Okay. I have seen some people painting on paper, but to be honest, I haven't tried it. Yeah, you know, what I could suggest you first, pick up a thicker paper and just, add gesso, like you're preparing like a canvas. Yeah, I remember my dad, he's pretty good kind of experimenting on new materials. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I've been cleaning his house for the last month, like daily. After leaving my kid on school, I go to his house. He's not living there. He has moved, and then I'm going there to clean. He has a lot of paintings, and I have found that he has painted on paper, but looks like, and I saw one of the paintings, it was dated like from about like 10 years ago. It looks pretty nice, but I can tell you that if I drop the painting to the floor, definitely, I mean, it's something bad is gonna happen to that painting. He has to be very careful. And another thing that I have seen that he has painted on, when you buy, when we buy something like a TV or anything, there is something that is there to protect this article that we buy, that this thing is quite, what's the name? I don't remember the name. It's white. It's pretty soft. It doesn't weigh anything, and when I was a kid, I remember every time that I find a piece of that foam, I think is the name, foam, something like that. You know, uh, he had painting of those things. He has. That's pretty amazing. I didn't thought that would be so possible, and I was throwing these things away, and I found from the TV, that's this white thing, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna throw it, and I turned it, and there was a painting behind, and I said, wow. I don't know, maybe my dad he's been a painter his whole life, and I know for sure he has had some really bad moments on his life, without money and all of that, and as a painter, he loved to paint, and maybe that is that the case, or maybe he was trying to experiment, just with different materials. But there I found like 3 or 4 paintings, and I was about to throw that away. Okay, and even one of the paintings, he basically stretched the paper on a stretcher bars. Yeah? It's there, it's working. Okay, I'm squinting down my eyes. Are we checking values? That's what I'm doing right now. Comparing as much as possible. One thing that I have a doubt: the hand has to be darker than the face. It has to be lighter. Or I can make it really bright, coming out a lot. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Yeah, and looks like we can paint on anything. Now the thing is, what's gonna happen with time, Even nowadays there is some oil brands that are pretty cheap here. Okay, when I was teaching in the School of Art, like it was like 3 years ago, I remember I was painting, because I paint. Usually I was teaching and painting. It was 4 years ago, I think. I was teaching and I used to paint my own things. I wasn't doing too many YouTube videos at that time. Okay? And I remember that I was painting, okay, and I was using this Winton, which is for some people they're pretty kind of affordable oil paint, kind of cheap. And all the students, they were using this brand, Maris. Okay, I remember one student told me, "Hey, your painting is pretty good because you're using Winton, and we use Maris." Okay, and then I said, "Okay," and I bought a set of these Maris just to show them, and that painting. Okay, I mean, it's not about the materials. About the colors, obviously, if we got more colors, we're gonna get more variations, obviously, But the thing about getting a painting is more about the drawing, the values, and edges, color harmony, all those things. And I was showing, and this painting is pretty nice. It's pretty good, the Maris. Yeah. Now, what's gonna happen maybe in 10 years and a year? I don't know. Okay. But there is like each tube of this Maris brand is just like $2 here. Yeah. $1.50. And all the students, they used this brand. And maybe they are using this brand until today because it's more affordable. Some of those guys, they work and study and they don't want to spend a lot of money on materials. Yeah. It's, passion for painting is something really amazing. I remember I know one of my friends. She was, she used to paint like huge paintings. We share a studio. 4 friends. We share a studio. I was the painter. My other friend was a teacher. The other friend was a theater actor, and she was a painter too. Yeah. Rob Sasso saying, yeah. Oh, don't forget to hit the like button. Hello, Sunny Air. I'm thinking of joining your Patreon. Is it suitable if I using water mixable oil instead of traditional oils? Yeah, definitely. There are a couple of people that use water mixable oil paints. By the way, forgetting to promote my Patreon account. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna put the link here. Okay, the thing about I was telling about this studio that I share with some friends. That was pretty nice because I used to use one of the rooms to paint. My friend, he used to rehearsal with his friends, usually they play for a theater here, and the other guy was basically teaching, and in another room she was painting, and it was I don't know what happened at some point that she didn't have too much money, you know. She came to me, she asked me for, let's say, $20. Okay, I said, yeah, okay, okay, and then again $20 again, okay, and then again I say, okay, but you know it was like, hey, what's happening, and then and then she was, I need to paint, you know, I don't have enough money right now. She was pretty young. I need to paint, and when she didn't have any money, she basically she went back with their parents, you know. And at some point, she started to sell me some brushes. And the thing is that I usually I buy brushes for, I don't know, a lot. Here I have a little table and I have at least 100 brushes. I'm using 10, but I have 100, and I have more, like maybe 200 brushes that I don't use. Okay, and I usually I throw my brushes on the floor, and you know, and that was a kind of a big studio. In my space, you can just walk there, and you see like 50 brushes on the floor. That was kind of funny, you know, see the brushes there, and I remember some of my friends telling me like, "Hey man, your painting is it's kind of, you know, kind of cool, it's nice, but your studio is a mess." Okay, the thing is that I remember she was coming with some brushes and, "Hey man, you wanna buy this brush?" I say, "Wow, that's pretty nice. That's the one, the brushes I usually use." Yeah, yeah, I wanna buy it. And I used to buy it, and then the next day, like the next week, again she was, "Hey, I got 3 more brushes." I say, "Okay," you know. And the thing that, you know what, she was selling me my own brushes. She was picking up the brushes from the floor, and she was like, "Hey man, you wanna buy a brush?" And I said, "Yeah, oh that's pretty man." Yeah, for me it was like, "Oh my god, that's the brushes that I just love to use." And I never thought about that. And I realized after like a month, you know. But she was like, you know, I told her, "Oh, you send me my own brushes." And she was, "So sorry, you know, I need to paint. I cannot stop painting." And she was painting daily. "But I'm not selling my paintings, and I'm running out of money. I need to get money because I need to paint." And she was pretty passionate about that, you know. She couldn't stop. It doesn't matter what she does, what she did, but it was everything about not stopping painting. That was pretty amazing. Yeah. Okay. It's been an hour and 25 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go faster. But that was pretty nice, you know. Finding somebody with that kind of passion for painting. And I remember pretty clear, you know, being like, "Oh my God, these brushes are pretty good and pretty cheap. Yeah, I'm gonna buy them." Once a week, I used to buy like what, $50 in brushes, my own brushes. I paid twice my own brushes. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty nice that time. I remember everybody that was getting on the studio, everybody was trying to hit, hit on her. That's the way to say it. And she was, for her, everything was just about painting, buying huge canvases and painting. And when I started to, at some point, I started to know more about her, and somebody told me where she lived. I mean, her parents, they lived, or I mean, until today, maybe they live in one of the more expensive neighborhoods here in Lima. And I told her, oh wow, you kind of, your parents are loaded, like it has a lot of money. Yeah. She was like, yes, but since I'm a painter, nobody supports me or my family. Nobody wanted me to be a painter. Nobody wanted that for me, to be an artist. Yeah. Was pretty nice. I haven't seen her for years. Okay, I want to draw the hand a little bit. Always thinking about light and shadows, thinking about values. Okay. One of the things, think about a basic form. The same way that we have primary color, we have primary forms. Okay. When we paint fingers, what's the primary form on the fingers? It's a cylinder. Think about that to get the volume of the, it's the same way that when we paint a nose, we think about a spherical form. That's the primary form. Yeah. Okay, I haven't read some questions. John is saying, it would be fun to know what kind of student you were at School of Art. And do you miss those times? Yeah, definitely miss those times. Oh, phone, Gary. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, I was speaking about that a few minutes ago. Oh, yeah, as a student, I wasn't that good, I think like anyone that's young, I was a good drawer, kind of, a mediocre painter, and I used to think that I was the best, like a student. Sometimes I hear some of my teachers, sometimes I don't. I remember I used to judge my teachers by his paintings, not by his knowledge, by their knowledge. Sorry. If let's say if I see one of my teachers that I thought he was a good teacher, but I saw their paintings, his or her paintings, and usually all of them were, men. If I see some of his paintings, it wasn't pretty good. For me, it was like, I mean, I feel kind of disappointed. That's something that's not good, because a painter, it gains experience with time, and it doesn't matter if if you don't like or don't like his paintings. Definitely he's gonna teach you something, and that's what we get with time. Experience is just with time. It doesn't matter. I mean, how hard you try is something that you get with time. Yeah. And I used to be kind of like that. Now, when I go back in time, or when I see some of my paintings for that period, it's like, oh my God, it was a fool, you know. My painting, it wasn't okay. You know, I needed to practice more. We got a lot of practice, and I started to put more attention maybe in the fourth or fifth year after kind of, you know, to kind of get into painting more and more, more and more. And I gotta say that I got better in painting when I started to teach. That was definitely a change, you know. Why? Because so many of the things that we learn become muscle memory. Okay, you think you're intuitive because you paint. You know, it's been something that we've been doing by repetition. And when I started to teach, I realized that I wasn't able to explain what I was doing. You know, I was able to paint, but not explain it. And kind of I have to go back to the basis, kind of to study again. And that was pretty good. You know, that was really pretty good. Because that I started to realize that I was, you know, missing a lot of information, and that I needed to practice more. I needed to practice more. I needed to pay more attention to details. I needed to create some kind of, you know, recipe or anything to make painting easier for the students. Yeah. That means that as a student I was, you know, I wasn't good. At some point I wasn't good. At some point I started just to get better. Yeah. Just like anyone that's young, I think. I think young people makes the same mistakes over and over. Yeah. I think we all wish to go back in time, speak to our young ourselves, you know, telling, hey, don't do that, or do this. Yeah. Don't waste your time. But that's part of life, you know. Even wasting our time is just, yeah, it's part of life. Okay, let's see. Stepping back again. I think I have to narrow the forehead. Not so sure yet. Okay, let's see. Uh, want to read some comments. Hello, Sharon. Okay. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, the new people here. Welcome, new people here. Hello, Dams DS Art on Facebook. Okay, let's continue painting. And now I need to step back again, squint down my eyes again. Okay. Okay, let's work on the hand, okay? I think I got enough. And this light is too bright. I have to knock it down, this light. Yeah. just want to add some hair that's flying here. You need to see it, okay? I'm gonna erase them a few minutes because I need to paint the background. And it's better first to paint the background and later just the hair. But I just need to see the hair just to compare. Just to compare. Yeah, I need more white here. Okay, I'm gonna capture my screen here. Let me see. And I'm going to open Photoshop. I'm gonna try to show you all what I do, okay? I'm gonna share my Photoshop here on the screen. I'm opening my screen. Okay, let's see. New canvas. Okay, I'm gonna open the photograph. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, can you see this is Photoshop? Okay, and then what I do is just make the photograph a little bit bigger, like this. I'm gonna move it here. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna reverse it. Okay. Now I can compare. Oh, one thing that's pretty clear, you know, is the forehead. The forehead is coming out too much. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Can you all see it? Yeah, you see it. Yeah. Let me know. Maybe nobody sees. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, you all can see the forehead is no good. Okay. Now, what else? The hand, I think the size is okay. Yeah. Yeah. I need more shadow just on the hand. Yeah. What else? More light on the chest. Okay. What else? Darken up the chin. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. Yeah, the forehead. I don't know what happened there. The forehead is it's too much. That mistake is just it's too off. Okay. I don't know, I'm wrong or not. Okay. Nowadays, obviously, with technology, I prefer to use Photoshop than the mirror. Okay. But if I'm painting live, if I'm painting from a real life session, like from painting a real person, definitely I would use a mirror. Okay. The values were okay. You know, the drawing is a little bit off on the forehead. I think I fixed it a little bit. Okay. Now it's a little bit exaggerated, the color, the orange for example, but I like it. Now let's work on the hand, okay? What about if I make a longer fingernails? I think is I don't know, is better with longer fingernails. Okay. More questions, please. Okay. I love questions because if I don't know something, definitely, I'm gonna try to, you know, go back to study it. Okay. Hello, Stephen Cupton. Thank you. Stephen is asking me what brush is best for blending acrylic. Okay, that's a that's a difficult question, to be honest. I use the same brushes to paint with acrylic and oils, and not I mean the same brand, and yeah, one of the things that have, for example, for me with acrylics, sometimes I prefer to let the painting dry and kind of fade one layer on top of the other instead of trying to blend it when it's wet. Okay. Now, it's not all the time, obviously, there's not always one way to work. But I could tell you that my brushes works pretty good for what I want. Okay. There's a link in the description box to Amazon where you can find brushes that are pretty similar to the ones I use. Sorry, I couldn't find the exactly same brushes on Amazon. The link there is to brushes that I used to use. It was pretty, good. The same. It's kind of the same. All of these brushes, it has a lot of common. Bob Drink, what is saying? Could you do a live session using palette knives? Isabel is asking, could you tell me which colors are you using? Okay, I'm using titanium white, chrome yellow, cadmium orange, cadmium red, permanent alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, raw umber, and ivory black. About painting with palette knife, sorry about that. That's kind of difficult. Pretty difficult. It's difficult for I mean, I have tried that once, maybe more than once, but I think it's pretty nice for another subject, but for a portrait, when we want some precision, we gotta pay attention to proportions, and on top of that, every time that we paint a portrait, we want to get the likeness. That's gonna be the more difficult thing. And dealing with palette knife, well, I think that would be too much. Okay, I would love to try it as a challenge for me, but I don't know. I mean, I don't want to try here something that I'm not so sure that I'm gonna be able to get something, nice. There is a video on my channel. It's been I did it like 2 or 3 years ago. It's with a painting with palette knife, but it's a short video. It's just 5 minutes. That was completely a challenge, and I wasn't happy with the result. I put the video out there on YouTube, but I'm not happy until today with the result. It was just too much effort, and at the end I didn't like it. I would like to see, I'm gonna check out on YouTube if there are painters that paint portraits with palette knife. Pretty sure there are, yeah, but for more expressive style. Pretty sure. Universe is telling me put brown on light skin color, like under her lips, chin area. Yeah, I'm gonna darken up that area. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's step back. Okay. Look at the hand. That's not good. Okay, let's fix the hand. Okay, I need to soften the edges. I need to make this a little bit darker. There's a shadow here. You know, think about the primary form. Okay, the primary form is a cylinder. And every time that something is turning, you gotta make it darker as it goes to the edges. Okay, here for example, here has to be darker here. That's the way to create the illusion that something is turning. Darken up this and adding a darker color and I'm mixing here. Okay. Okay, that's much better. A little bit of red. Okay, stepping back again. Okay, I wasn't careful with the value on the hand, okay? Now I'm gonna have a problem here. I feel that the hand is too bright. Okay, make the whole hand darken. Darken up the hand is gonna take like repaint the hand completely. Okay, I think that would be too much. Okay, I'm gonna soften all the edges here. I soften, I clean the brush. Sometimes I'm using my fingers to open up the hair. I clean it pretty lightly, okay, pretty lightly. I clean it. I think the size of the hand is okay. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's okay. Problem is the values. Okay, I'm zooming in here. See, okay. That's good, that's good. A little bit more reddish. Okay. Rob Sauce is asking me. Oh, Stephen. Oh, Sylvia. Monique. I'm going up on the comments. Sorry, Monique is telling me check out Marianne Thompson work. She uses palette knife all the time, but she paints landscapes, no portraits. Okay, I'm gonna check out. Thank you. Sylvia saying I use palette knife for mountains, water, etc., but not for the portraits because for those I think that is better to use brushes. Yeah, I think so. Do you think art colleges are worth it? Okay. Yeah, I think so. I mean, uh, different people has different opinions. It looks like depends where you study, but for me, studying of an art school, it's just like imagine that it's like it's training on a gym, working out on a gym, working out really hard because you gotta do it like daily, daily, daily. And even if we don't pay attention or we are not good students, we gotta do it. We're there. We gotta do it.
Hola.
Hola. Okay. And if you do something, you practice a lot. Definitely, what's gonna happen is we're gonna improve. Sometimes it's just like I mean, so many times I'm trying to lose weight, and I say, okay, I'm gonna do it, and maybe one day, I start making exercise and I start to working out. In just one day, 2 days. Yeah. If I go to the gym, I don't know, for some reason, getting there, if I get there, because that's the only thing. But the thing is, when we are there, it's kind of different. Maybe it's because more people is there doing the same, and we feel the motivation. It's more motivation to practice. I don't know. And that's what I think is the best about studying art on the School of Art or an art academy. Okay, I'm spending a lot of time on the pen. Oh, I got another question. How do you decide what edges to keep soft and which to sharpen? Yeah. Okay, the thing when we paint, we're trying to create illusion, on something flat. The canvas is flat. The canvas doesn't have light. We're trying to create illusion that something is coming forward and some areas are receding. That's the illusion of depth. Okay. Anything that you soften, any area that you're gonna soften an edge, automatically our eyes, we're not gonna see that area. We don't look for that things when we see. We're gonna look for the sharpened areas. Okay, that means that we are driving attention just by doing that. And at the same time, if that happens, okay, an area, when that happens, if I sharpen the hand is gonna come forward. If I soften the whole head, it's gonna reset. The same is happening with the background here. Okay. No, that happens all the time. No, I mean you're gonna find maybe the same photograph with a sharpened background and everything sharp. Now when we paint, we decide to make some changes. Okay, because we are not photographers. We try to create an illusion, and we need to use all the tools we have. Okay, and the tools we have are just all those rules about color theory, about values, about edges. Okay, is for example, if you have a cool color and a warm color, the cool color is going to reset. Okay, and on top of that, if you basically soften an object that is painted with cool color, you're adding two things to create the illusion of depth. You know, edges, and at the same time making that color cool, which is going to make automatically that object to recede. Now, speaking about in comparison, you know, you need a warmer object, a warmer thing, that for comparison, one is going to pop forward and the other one is going to recede. It's just that. Okay, and for example, the another thing on the shadows. Okay, when we paint in the shadows, usually on the shadows we can just soften an edge. We don't look details. We don't look for details on the on shadows. Okay, for example here, if I go sharp here, it's just like be like wasting my time, you know, working there on a sharp edge on an area that nobody's gonna pay attention because it's in shadow. Okay, that's another thing. Okay, I'm gonna paint the tree. Okay, another thing that happens when we see something, anything that this thing about the edges that happen automatically when we see things. Okay, if I tell you watch the face, automatically you're not gonna see the hand. The hand becomes blurry, unfocused. Okay, because we see the face. That's the way we see things. We cannot pay attention to both two things at the same time. What we do then as a painters, we step back. Okay, in this way we can see the whole, try to see the whole painting. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna paint a little bit of the background. Oh, what about the chest? I'm gonna continue on the hand a little bit. No, I think I need to take a rest from the hand. Yeah, I've been working on the hand like a lot. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's blend and let's move. I'm looking for a fan brush. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have one. Okay, here it is. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, good night, Dita. University saying how Patreon works. I'm from Germany, the time is different. Patreon is just like this, okay? But the important thing about Patreon is that it's the paint alone session. Is it's painting basically all together, and the critiques. I think that's the more important. Okay, that let's say that anyone here is painting with me on Patreon. Okay, anyone would be able to show me a painting like all the time you want, like again and again, telling me, hey, I'm doing this wrong, what's my problem? And usually you're gonna find out that we kind of have the same mistakes over and over. Okay, and the way to improve is having somebody to point out the mistake, and having somebody with experience, and that's me. Okay. Uh, Rob starts to say, so if you want to bring a detail forward, you sharpen it and soften it to reset a detail. Yeah, a detail is something that's pretty small that we usually put more attention on details. Okay, and that could be something that we're planning to people to watch on that detail. For example, if it's like working on the background, we don't see details because is the background is no focus. No, there's no details there. It's possible to work details because there is no details there. Details is on the face, or on the face or the hand, and we put more time there. On the hand, for example, I could I put details on the fingers, but I can soften the edges here. That's close to the shadow. Soften that edge. Soften an edge maybe here a little bit, or here. Sharpen here, the knees. Sorry, on the knuckles. The knees. On the knuckles. And this thing about edges, another thing that we usually see a lot of that on the photograph because it's happening. You see in the photograph in this area, for example, the hand, we don't see an edge. It's not that clear. maybe we see it pretty close, we're gonna see that it's sharp, but the value here, the shadow and the darkness on the shadow here are pretty close, and that creates some kind of soft transition. That would mean like a soft edge. We rate that like a soft edge. And what we do in painting, we copy that, and sometimes we exaggerate that, and when we don't see that, we just create that in order to create that illusion of depth. Okay, let's read some comments. Hello, hello, Patty. Jim Ewing saying, check out Lucian Freud. See portrait with a palette knife and having fast to portraits. Okay. But that's not completely palette knife, I think. I think it's a combination between using using brushes and palette knife, which is different. When I was thinking about palette knife, I was thinking to work a portrait completely just with palette knife, which I was thinking, wow, that would be pretty difficult to know details. Maybe I made a mistake thinking in that way. I should have think that, hey, work some areas with the palette knife, okay, and some areas with, it's like here I can work with palette knife, maybe the background. The only thing with palette knife that sometimes we got something like this. Let's do it here a little bit, and we can read this like a sharp edge. Okay, we can. And the beauty about the palette knife, I think, is see this, like when we work with a brush, bristle brush. See the brush stroke is the same. Because if I do this, it's kind of, I don't see it, like, the brush stroke. But if I work like this, I'm gonna bring that background, I'm gonna make that pop forward. And I'm pretty sure I don't want that with this background. Okay, now let's paint more white here. I'm using a liner brush number 0. Okay, just orange and white, a little bit of yellow. Okay, step back. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Oh, speaking about this, about the edges. For example, here, if I make this like a sharp edge here. Okay. It's kind of, I don't know if anyone can see it. It's kind of, you know, I complete like the whole head, and we can see kind of, you know, the contour. Okay, if I soften the edge here, I make it blurry like this. Okay, it's kind of, we keep more attention just here in this area. Okay, now imagine that I start just to put a lot of details on trees here, a lot of details with branches, with like a lot of details. Okay, like it's an opening everything, and just it's not gonna be just about her face. It's gonna be about that. Okay, and even I'm pretty sure the photographer here, he thought or she thought the same. Yeah, you know. What is the purpose? It kind of showing like a, you know, sharp background, everything sharp, you know, when the face is pretty important. Okay, I need to reverse the image again to capture the screen and do this again. Okay, just 1 second. Okay. Okay, I need to, speaking about edges, I need to soften some edges here. I need to add more kind of flying hair. And what about here? Okay. Oh, you don't see what I'm doing, sorry. Oh yeah, you see it. I told you. I was checking out Photoshop. I want to share my screen again for the people that's watching here. I'm checking out this. Okay. I use Photoshop to see the reverse image. Oh, okay. It's easy to compare. Okay, let's go back to. Okay. I'm just using black and white. I want to knock down this color here. I want to soften this. zoom in to see some details. Okay. Gary George is telling me her chest appears to have equal brightness of her face. I want to check on that. Thank you. Thank you, Raquel Ferberg. Hello, Raquel. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hello, Ranjit. Okay. Oh, yeah, Gary was telling me that in the photograph her chest looked brighter. I thought it was on my painting. Okay. Now this is intentional. I don't want the brightness on the chest. Yeah, I think it's pretty good, but it's like how can I explain this? It's like watching three focal points: one, two, and three. Okay, and I think it's okay if I knock down this and just have the face in this. Yeah, that's that's what I think is gonna be better for my painting. I could be wrong, obviously. Okay, let's see here. Let's work a little bit on the eyes. Yeah. Okay, Jean Edwin saying I think the breast needs more highlight. Yeah, I just explained this that I don't want the highlight on the chest. I said I could be wrong, but I know it's just like I don't feel like no, it's not that important. Okay, I need some here. I gotta go back to work on the hand. Okay, a little bit more on the hair. Let's work on the hand. Wow, it's too much. So I step back, I say, wow, that's too much. I want to soften some of this. Some of the hair. Okay, I think that's better. Yeah. Still too much there. Yeah. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back and work on the hand. Need to zoom in and need a tiny brush number. Okay, I pick up my brushes, a brush from here. Look at that. I don't know if you can see this. I have a fingernail here, a cut fingernail. Oh, where is it? Used to have it here to cut some, some hair from the brushes. I'm gonna pick up a new one. Look at this one, it's the same. Look at it. Okay, I'm gonna pick up another one. Yeah, this one is perfect. I'm mixing some green. On the finger we can see some areas the color is greenish and the color is reddish. Usually the knuckles are reddish. What time is it? 2 hours and a half. Okay. I'm using this greenish color for the shadows. It's pretty difficult this. This is the last time I paint hands. No, it's not. But you can see it takes a lot of time. They look kind of flat. I need more shadow there. Soften the shadow. Okay. More shadow here. Okay, I think I have to reduce this finger. Okay, yes, I think a lot. Yeah, made a mistake there. This is gonna take me forever. My God, this finger is not good. Okay, that's better. I wanna check out the comments. Maybe nobody's there right now. Could be kind of boring this. That's why hands are pretty difficult. I'm squinting down my eyes and trying to, at the same time that I'm trying to copy, trying to see light and shadows and midtones. I think I had too much light here. I'm always thinking about the primary form to get this cylindrical volume. Okay, that's the I think that's the more difficult thing about painting the hand. Too much light. Every time I step back, I squint on my eyes and realize about, value mistakes. Here, for example, I need to make it darker. Okay, Jean Ewing is asking me, you do a lot of painting. Do you normally sit or stand when you paint? Normally I sit. And I used to paint, no, as a student, I used to paint, like, I think everybody, let me think, let me go back to that time. Let's say it was half and half, because being stand up for like 4 hours, that's too much. Okay, let me see. I'm squinting down my eyes again, checking out values on the hand. It looks like I see some problems. the values, but everything is fixable. No big deal. As a student, everybody has an easel. I think that was the only thing, an easel and a chair. Yeah. What else? Yeah, just that, just that. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, you need to your own palette. You need to carry your own palette. Some of my friends, they used to kind of take their own palette home and then go back. And that was pretty normal, you know, when you were getting to the School of Art, watching some of your friends walking on the street with a, I don't know, with a palette on their hands. I don't know why. I mean, I always left my palette on the School of Art. Now, I'm dealing with, you know, basically values here, making this a little bit darker, making that a little bit lighter, you know, darker here. And since this is a small space, I lost, you know, the value sometimes. I painted that and I lost the light. I gotta paint light again. Here's a little bit of light. Okay. At the same time, shadow here on the edge. Squinting down my eyes again and comparing, stepping back, comparing again. Softening this edge here, softening the edge here, softening the edge. Oh, thank you so much, Sharon. I got the coffee from Sharon. It's pretty nice. Oh, by the way, I gotta, you know, I'm gonna promote my coffee. Where is this? Okay. I don't know how to find this coffee thing. Just 1 second. Oh, here it is. Okay, for the people that maybe would love to, you know. Okay. Thank you so much, Sharon. Okay, let's continue painting. Also filling an edge. Somebody's painting with me. I would like to know. Okay. To darken up here. Darken up here. Here. Okay, I think I'm getting closer. Okay. Light here. Light. 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 A little bit of light. Yeah. Need to make this a little bit darker. Okay. I need black and white. Use black and white. Okay, for here. No, this black and white works like a bluish black and white. That's because of the ivory black. Ivory black is, you know, it's like it has a little bit of blue. Okay. Okay. Still here, Evelyn says Sylvia. No, not in this moment. Here is. Oh, it's almost midnight for Sylvia. Okay. Monique is saying, I'm usually not able to paint alone during a YouTube live stream, but really would love to try this. Oh, this one on my own. Oh, it's pretty nice. Okay, it's almost 3 hours, and I think I have spent like an hour on the hands, and to be honest, I'm not really happy with the hands. And just I've been, you know, back and forth, like darkening up here, and then lighting up, and then darkening up. Okay, it's like I got the size of the hand. I think I'm okay with that. I'm not okay that I don't feel that the fingers are, I feel that, for example, this finger is kind of flat. And I keep something that happens. I mean, the things that are happening to me, that happens all the time. Okay, we put some shadow, for example, I put the shadow here. Okay? I blend a little bit, and then all of a sudden I don't see the shadow anymore. Okay? And we gotta just go back and paint, and that happens not just with the shadows, you know, it happens with the lights. That's now I'm gonna make this a little bit reddish. And these two, they will be reddish. You know, the practice drawing class that I think we all hated when we were students, that was when it was about drawing hands. I remember this teacher, he loved to kind of push everybody, you know, to the limit. But in time, basically, it was about putting time in, you know, the drawing. Like exercises, 10 minutes exercises, 10 minutes drawings, and then 5 minutes. And nobody was able to finish up a drawing. And we're drawing from a live model, that means that every 5-10 minutes, yeah, it was just gone. I remember I used to draw with charcoal. We used to draw with charcoal because it's easier to get to the darker, you know, values really fast. And sometimes when you don't have enough time, you need your approach is not gonna be linear, just linear. You need to think about lines and think about shapes, okay? And when we draw with charcoal, that happens. We gotta, you know, even if we don't want, we have to. We have to. It's just, that's the only way to try to get away with a drawing in 5 minutes. I think one of the best books that I checked out about drawing hands is the Burnet Hogarth. Burnet Hogarth was, I think, the first he was an illustrator, and his book is pretty good. Okay, not just about drawing hands, you know, it's about drawing the human figure, but it's pretty good. I would recommend the book to everybody. Okay, let's see. This is the back. I think it's better. Okay, I need to step back. I need to something that okay. Let me see. Okay, I think I need to knock down some lights on the hand. For example, here. I'm gonna do that just by mixing here the highlight on the fingernails. Okay. Okay, it's a mistake here. Okay, I think I'm getting to the end. Okay. Okay, what else? You see this area here? It's my fingernail, my pinky. Okay, time to eat. Okay, thank you everybody for being here. Okay, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the coffee, Sharon. Thank you for the super chat, Rose the Weir, the Willie. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Oh, thank you, Monique. Bob Drink Water is saying me, could you do a session with a live model, please? Uh, yeah, okay. I have seen, I have seen a YouTube channel doing that. There's I don't know, what's the, sorry, not how to pronounce the name. Oak, I think is. Yeah, definitely. I was thinking about that. I was thinking when I was watching those live streams, hey, I would love to do something like that. To be honest, I don't know if I would be able to do it. The space where I paint is pretty small. I mean, that's not a problem because I could choose another room uh, on the house, but I don't know. Maybe I don't want to. I'm thinking about finding some reasons to say no, but I would love to do it. I would love to try it. Yeah. Who knows? Before the pandemic, there was a group. They were just having some drawing sessions. Yeah. Maybe that would be a good opportunity to go. I mean, I don't know if they are doing these drawing sessions, live drawing sessions again. But if they do, I would love to go there and practice and take my camera and take you all with me to see a live practice. They were doing portraits, they were doing human figure, and what is that? I think just that. Hmm. I'm gonna check out if they are back on business. Maybe they are. They are. One of my friends, he was organizing that. It's time to get in contact with him again and see. And let's see. Okay. That's it for today. You all can go now. Go. Class dismissed. I'm gonna be here just a few minutes. I would love to kind of soften all this because this is pretty dark. Soften all this area, kind of, dirty. Or just go with some brush strokes and make kind of the finger, the pinky finger disappeared. Okay, that's it for today. Really enjoyed this painting and this challenge about painting the hand, and I would love to put more time on the hand. But that's what it takes, It takes a lot of effort and time to paint the hands. Yeah. Oh, Gary saying ring finger lighter on top and darker on the bottom. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Gonna check out. Thank you, Gary. Abdallah, thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, let me see if I see that. Let's think you're right. But I don't want to do anything more. Just a tiny bit, okay? Okay, just 1 second. Okay. I think that helps a little bit. Make it a little bit darker. Okay, that's it for today. Take care, everybody. See you next time. Oh, that's the channel. East Oak Studios. Yeah. Thank you, Jorge. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, Monique. Bye, everybody. See you next time. Okay, bye.